Yo, what's going on guys? It is JD here back with another 2K video, and today guys we have got the second leg from our Myteam finals. Myteam Ranker tournament that was going on. We were in the preliminary rounds of it, with the main draw having the majority of the big YouTubers in. And in that first game, if you haven't seen, check it out from yesterday. It was a super close game, and we managed to win by 3 points. One bucket by Michael Porter Jr. with 1 second to go. We green-lighted a 3 and we got the W. But of course, that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. All it did is gave us a 3-point handicap or advantage going into this second leg. So we still really needed to perform, and this second leg was going to be on the other guy's servers with him hosting. He was in America, so he said there was a little bit of lag in that first game for him. He was obviously on the European servers because I was hosting that first game. There was no lag for me, and to be fair, there was no real lag in this second game for me either. So servers weren't really a problem, which was great. It was a bit of a surprise because I definitely expected there to be a lot of lag in previous years. When I played cross-console or cross-continent with the Play With Friends, you've definitely felt a lot of lag, but it was nice to see that there wasn't any lag. So we're going to be running with exactly the same squad as we had in the first game. We played these back-to-back pretty much, so I didn't actually have any time to make any changes or anything to anyone. If I had the time, or if I had the MT, I would have quickly bought Yao Ming and slotted him in for David Robertson, because from that first game, we got absolutely obliterated down low. I think that one card was the cause of us not winning by more, really. If we had had Yao Ming to match up against his Yao Ming, we really would have had a much bigger win than just by 3 points. Another thing to note was Jonathan Isaac at the start of last game was guarding Galaxy Open Giannis, but we switched after about the first quarter for Michael Porter Jr. to be on Giannis. So of course in this game we started with MPJ guarding against Giannis. You can see his team there, that hadn't changed at all either. Like I said, we both just pretty much went straight into this game. Again, I don't know why I'm sorting out my bench here. Neither of our benches saw any minutes last game. I think Thon Maker, for me, was the only player that came off the bench, and he didn't have a single bench player come into the game. Thon Maker did score 2 points, and he was the only player off either bench to score any points in that first game. So really was a battle of the starting lineup. And as you can see there, we're putting MPJ on Giannis and Jonathan Isaac guarding his Jonathan Isaac, and then David Robertson down low to try and guard Yao Ming again. Like I said, it was a struggle in that first game for us, as Hidu's going to come down and get our first points of the game. Get all our defensive settings in, of course, stay home, crash the glass, and we had the offensive ones, 4 out 1 in, and crash the offensive glass. And what else we have? Push the pace as well. Of course, got to get those fast break points and not let up on your opponent. We get a great steal there. We read that perfectly with David Robertson. And what am I doing? Hidu is wide open in the corner. Why have I not passed that? I don't know. We need to get the steal there with Michael Porter Jr. Sadly, we don't, and we give away the foul. And this is a problem with David Robertson. Yao Ming gets the rebound over him and then just hits a fade right in his face. And it's just a shame because he is just not tall enough. He's a great player. He's got a great release, and he's super quick as well. Like you can see there, Yao does not stand a chance when it comes to speed. But height and in the post, we just got absolutely obliterated. And that is how this game started as well, which was a little bit frustrating, but there was nothing we could really do about that. We do bait him into an awful shot there, and David Robertson does finally bring down the rebound. We're going to kick this out to Michael Porter Jr., who has been super reliable from deep. One of the best 3-point shooters on this squad, and definitely one of the most reliable. This was a horrendous possession. Just have a look at what is going on here. It was awful, but thankfully we do actually get a bucket. So I guess you can call it good ball movement, as it did end up with a wide open shot at the end there. But it was very much, not exactly a well drawn up play, to say the least. His Gilbert Arenas he was trying to dance with. It was either that or go straight into the post. He did call a couple of pick and rolls, but not too many. And he takes a step back 3 there, or a hop step 3. And thankfully that one is going to brick. And we're going to get this over to Hidu. Back inside to Jonathan Isaac, or KD, sorry. I'm not going to lie, we got pretty bailed out there. You get the free throws, and thankfully we do, because that was an awful shot to take, and we were definitely going to miss them. So yeah, KD was fantastic in that first game, and he was definitely going to keep that going in this second game. Like I said, the only problem with our squad was David Robertson, and no other player would it be a problem, but it was just because it was Yao Ming who was a problem. But we take an early 5-point lead there, very nice indeed, and then we pick this back up at the end of the first. Michael Porter Jr. getting a very nice steal. He fully expects us to take the 3, and I knew he was going to expect us to take the 3, so we take it inside for the slam with KD with takeover for a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter, which is very nice indeed. We came out strong. We came out where we left off in that second game. We just left it on a nice little run, and we get another steal there. KD all the way, and he gets another slam, and we get a 5-point lead at the end of the quarter. So into the second quarter now. These highlights are going to come thick and fast. Pump fake gets Yao Ming flying in the air, and David Robinson is going to throw that one in the bucket. Very nice indeed, and it pushes the lead back up to 5. So we had control early on in this one. We give him too much space with Gilbert Arenas, and thankfully we dodge a bullet on that one, and we're going to get KD running down the floor here. We're going to get this inside to Jonathan Isaac, back out to Hedo, and Hedo, like I said, was absolutely fantastic, slashing and shooting. He was great, and here we go. He's going to take it inside, and 1. Yao Ming couldn't get the block, couldn't get the stop on him, and he's going to give away the foul. And Hedo is going to knock down this free throw and give us an 8-point lead as we start the second quarter, which is fantastic. Of course, one thing to note with Play With Friends, as compared to My Team Unlimited, the quarters are actually 6 minutes, not 5. So you play an extra 4 minutes throughout the entire game, but stamina wasn't really an effect for either of us. So, like I said, we both played the entire game with our starters as Michael Porter Jr. hits again from deep, giving us a 9-point lead early on in this one, but he goes back to using Giannis, and look at this. I mean, that is just unfortunate. We do get the block, but that possession really shouldn't have happened, and then he's going to get the steal back, and he's going to get the dunk at the other end. So that backboard shot that went straight to Giannis did lead to a score, which is very, very annoying. But Hedo Turkoglu with super quick handles throws it down into David Robertson, who's in double figures already in this first half. And we've got so many people now with takeovers. And because he had the takeover, I thought he was just going to pull it with Gilbert Arenas. He didn't, and yeah, we just ran straight past him, and sadly we gave up a 3-pointer. But KD is going to come down and 1. As you can see, this guy's pulled it right back. We were up by 9, and then we were down by 1, and thankfully KD stems the flow of this one and gets us back in the lead by 2. But he was really starting to feel his way with that Gilbert Arenas card. He was really cooking with him, and Giannis hadn't even really got involved yet. But he does break at the end of the half shot, and we go up 3 at the end of it. But Giannis is just so good inside. He went back to using him in this second half, and as you can see there, he's 24 points, 12 of 15 from the field. David Robertson's going to go right round. We're going to kick it out to Michael Porter Jr. again for another 3-ball. That card is incredible. Absolutely love it. I can't believe I've only just realised how good that card is. I'm definitely going to keep him after this tournament. We get the steal here. Do we know we don't? He thought he was going to go inside, but instead he goes back to going into the post with Giannis this time. Like I said, in the first game, this guy was just going in the post the entire time. I feel like we were doing good basketball plays. We were running the fast break pretty well. We were calling some plays, calling some pick and rolls, pick and fades, etc. But his play was basically just go inside, go to the post, back down, and then either post fade or just get a shot under the hoop as KD hits a green light 3, putting us back up by 7. Very nice indeed. We get another stop here, but he's going to get the rebound, kicks it out to Yao Ming at limitless range, and he is going to drop that one down. That was a little bit annoying that the switch happened and that Yao was so wide open. We go onto the screen there to try and contain Yao, and we do get the board, and David Robinson with his takeover. But we don't need that when we've got Hedo for 3 with a green light. I think that was his first 3 of the game, but here is a big problem. Giannis with takeover, fadeaway 3, doesn't matter. Nothing but net. 1-point game, end of the third, and this was going to be a struggle, especially with Giannis having takeover. But Hedo all the way to the rim off the screen. Very nice play from Hedo. He was doing so well in this game. As you can see there, 16 points, and he was fantastic. Again though, Giannis fading away, another 3-ball. He's going to hit again, and he was really starting to take a lot of them. As you can see, he's back up to 41 points with Giannis after dropping 50 in that first game. Here is some awful passing by me, and we need a bucket, so we're going to call our play. I don't think we've called it yet in this game. We called it once or twice in that first game, but we didn't in this one, and we're going to go all the way over to KD for the mid-range, and he's going to knock that one in. So we got the bucket that we needed because we did desperately need a bucket. And here he goes again. And sadly, David Robinson misses the steal. It was so obvious where he was going to go. We positioned David Robinson for the steal. We pressed square and we still didn't get it. But Hidu's just going to come straight down the other end and he's going to get the layup. But he's going to brick it, which is so annoying. And we had a wide open three with Jonathan Isaac. And I thought it was going to go out of bounds with David Robinson. It didn't. And yeah, we had to call a timeout. But David Robinson here is going to do some absolute magic from Limitless. If Yao can hit from there, David Robinson can hit from there. And he hits from there indeed and makes it a 1-point game with 3 minutes to go. So this one is super close. Going right down to the wire again, and Giannis Euro steps inside and gets an easy bucket. I knew this was going to be a tight game after that first game. This guy was no pushover. It was just my luck that I come up against someone who was this good in this game. David Robinson for a mid-range. He's going to hit that. Very nice indeed. It was just my luck that in the first game that we played up, and we had to come up against someone with a Galaxy up with Giannis, who was just hitting everything. He hits another three and gets his takeover again. And he gets a bullshit steal there. And of course, he's going to find Giannis, who's trying to get people out to him. He takes another fadeaway three, and he's going to hit it again. And we're down by 7 in this one. And we are really, really struggling. And then we get hit with some lag there, and we get a turnover. Thankfully, we do get the ball back, but we get some more lag going on. And as you can see, my buttons were just all over the place. It was an absolute nightmare. We need to get a steal. We don't get the steal, though. And Giannis still has a takeover. And yeah, that lag spike there really killed us. And then we had this happen, which I put on Twitter. As you can see, attempting to restore the connection. He takes a three. He bricks a three. I can see Yao's getting the rebound. I can't do anything about it. And Yao puts the ball up and in. And we just can't play for that entire possession pretty much. So we're down by 9 now. And Hidu's just going to go straight at Yao Ming. He's going to put it in. And we needed that, believe me. Because Giannis still with his takeover. He's going to go inside to Yao. And David Robinson again is a little bit slow on getting to that. And we are now down by 9 again. We nearly turned it over. And if we did, then that would have been game over. But Hidu's going to come down and get another layup to go. And he's going to get his takeover. So 20 points in the game for Hidu. It's a 7-point game. There is a minute and a half to go. And Giannis doesn't have his takeover anymore, but he's just going to breeze straight past David Robinson. He gets a dunk animation. If it was a layup animation, I'm pretty sure he would have blocked it, but he didn't, which is super annoying. And now it really is super crunch time. I know Hidu has his takeover, so I want the 3 to be with him. We didn't need a 3, but we pretty much did. And we get a 3. It's lightly contested, and Hidu is going to hit it and make it a 6-point game with basically a minute to play here. He's still got his takeover. Giannis' takeover has run out, which is great. And this is really, really clutch time. Don't forget, we've got that 3-point advantage from the first game. So the score is technically 100 to 103. And he's going to try and burn some clock here. So we're down by 3 effectively. If we tie the game, we go through on away points, because this is the away leg. So I've scored a lot more than he did on my host. And he chucks up an awful 3 with Giannis, and I just needed to get that board, and I did. And we're going to throw this ball up. And I don't know why we didn't go to Jonathan Isaac straight away, but we got it to him eventually. And we get the slam in transition, and he make it a 4-point game. But look at the computer. The auto fouling was on, because I don't think it was going to be a problem. But they did it with 40 seconds left in the shot clock when it was a 4-point game. Why would they auto foul anyway? So that, 2K basically just got rid of our foul to give. Here it was a bit annoying. I bumped down with David Robinson to take away the layup, because the 2 guys running the screen and the defender there got completely lost, and we were down by 6 with 15 seconds to go pretty much. But Jonathan Isaac is wide open, and he gets a green light, a clutch play. And again, this ties the series, but it puts me through on away points. So 105, and he's going to go inside with Giannis, of course, and he's going to go for the fade. Michael Porter Jr. is right there, but there's just nothing you can do against a card that good. It's just crazy good. But we have 2.6 seconds. We only need a 2, but if we get a 3, we win the game. And, if we get a 2, we win the game as well. So KD is going to be the man. He's going to come off this screen. He's going to catch the ball far away. He's going to turn around. He's going to shoot another 3. It's open. And it's going to brick at the buzzer. We had an open 3 with Kevin Durant to win the game, to put us through to the second round. And we choke in the biggest way possible. So we lose by 2 points effectively, because if we had 2 more points, we would have gone through. And that lag spike where I couldn't play for that possession, which cost me 2 points, is so frustrating. So really annoying that I have an excuse that I don't really want. If I just lost, then I wouldn't really care, which is my fault for choking. But the fact that that happened and it cost me 2 points and I lost by 2 points is so infuriating. But I feel like we gave a good account of ourselves. That Galaxy Opal Giannis was the difference. If I had Galaxy Opal Yao Ming, I would have done better as well. But it wasn't to be. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.